Hi everyone, it's Jordan, and for this week I want to share two specific Bible verses that I've really been reading a lot and really been hanging on to this past week. So before I share them with you, I want to share why they've been on my mind so much and why they've stood out to me so much over this past week. So this past week has been absolutely crazy. Basically, in a nutshell, I saw a lot of plans that I thought I had, that I thought were good plans, kind of fall apart. And I made these plans a while ago, and even though they did make me nervous, these plans, I was still sure. I thought, that's okay. I'm going to make these plans, and this is going to be where God steps in and he does things that I can't even imagine. I can't wait to see what he does with these plans of mine that I'm making, and it's going to be a walk of faith, and I had it all planned out. And then I got in and realized just how very wrong I was in my thought process, and with those plans I realized how wrong they were because it was not working. So that left me wondering a lot of different things. It left me wondering what did I do wrong? It left me wondering, did I make mistakes along the way that I didn't think of something, that I didn't account for something, It left me thinking, were these plans were they really what I thought they were? Because I thought this was where God was going to step in. So are these plans, were they the wrong plans? Just a lot of questions surrounding them. So, I may never know what the deal was, why these kind of fell apart in front of me. Maybe God was trying to teach me something, maybe I didn't do anything wrong. Maybe God allowed me to go through this so that he could teach me that I need to trust him more with bigger things, or that he's bigger than what I'm going through right now, I may never know, but anyway, instead of thinking about all of those things, which I could very easily harp on and obsess over, I found some Bible verses that really helped me with this, and that is what I want to share with you today, are the Bible verses. So the first one is Isaiah 55:8. It says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord." I loved that Bible verse because it's exactly what has been going on lately. My thoughts, my ideas, my plans, my ways, I had them all set out. I was setting my ways. I was sure this was going to be the way to do it. And then I got into it, and God's like, no, my thoughts are not your thoughts, and my ways are much higher than your ways, and that's not the way we're doing this. So I just have to take a second to remember that. And honestly, God's ways are much higher and much better than my ways. I have to remember that all things work together for good for those that love God. I don't know what the reference is for that, but I have to just remember that verse and then think God's ways are way higher than mine. He will use what I'm dealing with right now. I don't know how yet. I may not know how for a while, but he will use this, and he will make this way better than I could imagine, even though it's not in the way that I imagined, and that's okay. That's okay. So the next Bible verse, the next Bible verse is 2 Corinthians 12:9, which might be one of my favorite Bible verses of all time. And in part it says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." I love that. That's like God giving us permission, almost, in a sense, to me. Giving us permission to not have all the answers, to feel weak, to feel like we don't know what we're doing. That's where God's power and God's strength is made perfect, in those times of our weakness. So I just loved that. It made me sit back and say, okay, you know what? Let your power be made perfect in the fact that I don't know what to do, in the fact that I'm very confused as to what happened. I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to just watch and see what you do, because I'm going to let your power be made perfect in my weakness. So that verse is another one. Those are all just the ones that were really standing out to me and really helping me as I kind of walked through this past week and tried to figure out a couple of things. So thank you guys for letting me talk about that. I really enjoyed this vlog. Is really a way for me to kind of talk over things and process them, which really helps me. So thank you guys for listening to all of that. And I hope that it encouraged you today as well, that God's strength is made perfect in your weakness, and that his plans are way higher than ours. We just get to go where he leads and sit back and watch what he's gonna do. And I can't wait to do that in my life, and I hope maybe you can be encouraged to do the same in yours. So, all right, I think that's it. God is good all the time.